Okay, it's July 31st. We're going to go into another one of our secret lakes. And we've already biked up the mountain 6 miles and we've turned off on the secondary road. Now we got some climbing to do. We're going to climb over 1,000 feet in less than 2 miles. And then we're going to ditch the bikes and hike in. It's going to get hot today. No bugs yet. Very quiet up here so far. I've still got 3 bars on my bike out of 5. I just went down into 3 bars. We still got about 1.5 miles, so we've got this. Here comes Ian up the hill. It's getting steeper.
There's a little hole in the road there.
The road ends for us because we are going up that way. So a lot of this trail we could ride our bikes on, but we're going to stash them up here about 1/4 mile and then walk the rest of the way because it's only about 10 minutes of a walk. We made it to the point where we lock the bikes up and start walking. So chances are nobody's going to steal the bikes up here anyway because we're 8.5 miles past the locked gate. But just in case somebody's up here driving, it's just peace of mind. However, might as well make sure the lock is through my bike too while I'm doing that. I've seen some bear tracks on this trail and lots of grouse. Never seen any sign of squatch. Doesn't mean they're not here. Just never had anything happen up here. Sure a great area though. Speaking of bear tracks, which I just talking about bear a couple minutes ago, these dried up puddles are really good places to find tracks. And I'm getting my bear spray out. This is the second time I've seen bear tracks on this trail.
Just got mine out.
Good. Right, we're flagging the trail and we take our flags down on the way out. We've been in here a dozen times, but one time I was in here with Rex Johnson and we got crossed up and ended up coming out way down the road, so I don't take any chances. This is just more insurance. Okay, but this all looks familiar, so we're just going to keep going. All right, there's our first glimpse of the lake. There's just a little game trail going down by it. This is our lunch spot, and we're going to rig up the fishing poles and head down to the lake in a little bit and hopefully catch a bunch of fish. We stock this lake, so we know there's fish in here. This is really cool. We're basically standing in water here with sandals on because There's there's no bank to fish off of, so you're just kind of wading through the weeds here and fishing. You'd get your hiking boots would be submerged if you tried to wear boots.
Kind of got to stop your line before it gets to the other side of the lake.
Yeah, it's easy to cast too far and cast right into those weeds.
Heck, if I didn't grab it there, I was going into the weeds.
Oh, there went a fish rise. So we stock this lake every 3 years, and so the 12-inch I caught is probably a 2-year-old fish, and the big one I lost is probably a 5-year-old fish. So I think last time I was in here about a month ago, I actually saw a couple of 8-year-old fish that came up from my lure. One of them I had on for about a second and lost it, and those two fish were probably both over 20 inches long, so hoping to get maybe into one of those today. These little blue damselflies, they look like little miniature dragonflies. They're hovering around. There goes one right there. 2 of them. So I've been sitting here fishing the edges of this lake, and there's been a couple times where the fish have just come up right in front of me, like jump clear out of the water after those things. So they're being kind of selective today. Ian just lost a nice fish a couple minutes ago. I haven't caught anything since I changed lures to a rooster tail. Yeah, I got into some new water down here towards the end of the lake in my first cast over there in those weeds. I caught him. And also changed to a super duper because the rooster tail wasn't catching me anything. So I'm going to do a few more casts and then hike back and relax. Since I caught my fish, I'm not here to catch a dozen fish anymore. I'm more up here to enjoy being up in the mountains. The fish are a bonus. Something people always ask me is, do these fish reproduce? In some lakes they do, this lake they do not. So they just get old and either get caught by us or eaten by birds, or just get old and die. Sometimes they winter kill too. I haven't seen any sign of anybody else fishing this lake in years, so I don't know how many people get in here. I have found some garbage up here, but it's been probably a decade or more. Definitely something back in those woods. A couple squirrels that just were going crazy. Something had upset them, and now there's a robin back there that's not happy. So there's a bear or something back in there somewhere. As long as it stays back there, I'm good. Whoa, hope I got that. Gonna try a couple more casts before we go. I've lost all the fish that I want to lose today, and Ian's caught more than I have. See if I can't catch one more before we go. I'm starting to get swarmed by horseflies. I'm not into horseflies.
Yeah, I saw one earlier.
I had 2 of them just buzzing around me here. So it's probably time to go.
They found us.
Well, fail cast.
Happens.
Okay, try that again. All right, so we're gonna walk out of here with 3 cutthroat. This trail hiking out of here is pretty cool. It used to be back in the 80s. We could drive my truck in here, a 2-wheel drive Chevy truck. That's how good the road used to be. And I think they put it to sleep probably around the mid-90s, late 90s. And it just kind of turned into a single track, which is nice. I'd rather ride my bike up here anyway. The gate at the bottom keeps all the idiots out.